What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Free for All podcast. Your host, Source.
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 Noise.
Let's try that again. Let's try one more time.
Soy's for all things geek.
It's
All
your
right.
Source, guys.
I'm one of your hosts, Josh Barnett,
You just
alongside
became
Trey
You
Elliott,
became a newsboy. Yo.
Chuck Nally,
Oi.
and Evan looks different this week.
Hi.
Eric Crane.
Somebody put Evan in the dryer for too long.
I hate when that happens.
That
I
doesn't
hate
suck.
when my Evan shrinks.
All joking
So
aside,
does
though.
Jayla.
Oh.
Well, not anymore. She probably don't want to touch her.
Jesus.
Not for like 6 weeks.
At least. Gross. I wouldn't either. No offense, Jayla. You're lovely.
Oh yeah, it's a mess down there.
Oh, yeah.
So, in case you guys didn't realize, congratulations are indeed in order. Evan Swafford, our fun co-host, has had his child.
I don't know why.
Evan had his child.
Just that you called him
I
our
know.
fun co-host.
I didn't know what to
was-
say about it. I didn't know what to. I didn't know where to
He
go.
is a fun guy.
He
Fun
is-
is the adjective I
He's
would
much
use.
like a
To
mushroom.
be, to be honest,
That
he
was
is a
for
fun
you.
guy. You dick.
Oh, I walked right into it. I didn't even see it. It
I
was
don't know what the
amazing.
hell that is. What are you talking about?
Guy?
Fun.
I said he was a
Mushroom?
fun guy. He said much like a mushroom.
Oh God damn it!
Mm.
Oh,
I got it.
Mm.
I figured it out now.
Damn. You and
Uh,
every other third grader out there listening
shut
to
up.
this.
No, Leighton Eloise Swafford has been born as of
What if that's not her middle name?
no. I
It
mean,
is.
Okay.
We had that discussion a couple of times. I was in on the decision, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't believe that. Like at
No.
all.
No one
Anyway,
does.
congratulations, Evan. We hope to have you back soon, but in the meantime, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting times, man.
yeah.
Dude.
New lives coming into the world and stuff.
I'm not gonna have a kid ever, so I'm never gonna miss this podcast again.
Don't want to spread the tech aids?
No,
Yeah, it's fair.
I hate you so much. What did I do now?
I don't know. Your mic's weird. Keep talking.
I'm talking.
Yeah, you're good.
Were we supposed to do
Let's talk
some sort of sound check?
Eh.
Check. 1, 2.
No, you can't
Mic
do it
check.
now. We're
Oh.
recording.
Oh shit.
God damn.
Eric's fucked the whole podcast
Oh,
up.
no,
We're
we
just
gotta
gonna.
start over. Let's get
No,
somebody
let's
else
just
in
next
here.
week, next week.
Oh, okay. So we're
We're
just
off
done
again this week.
All right. We'll
Yep.
see you guys later. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah, I messed the podcast up.
That was
Single-
exactly what I wanted.
That was a single barrel situation.
Yeah, it was.
Whoa.
We
It
never
was
go. We
indeed.
never go single barrel.
Later.
A little bit more sultry. Okay. How's your guys' week been?
Busy.
Yeah.
Really busy. But good. Not too terrible. Black Friday was this past weekend.
It was.
The infamous day after Thanksgiving for if you work if you work in retail anyway.
I got into an internet
Or you
fight
like
about it.
shipping if you like shopping in shitty situations.
Or shitting in shop situations.
Either way,
Or shipping in shoddy situations.
all those things.
Or
Eric?
something in something.
Oh.
Situations.
Whoa!
You didn't miss a beat.
That was probably the best one,
You're welcome.
except for all the other ones.
And silence.
I'm Johnny on the spot tonight. All right.
You really are. No, but yeah, it
I've
was.
been calling you Eric this whole time.
Yeah, my name's Johnny on the spot.
Holy shit, dude!
It's a very weird
I
last
filled
name.
out your I-9 wrong.
How do you spell that?
No. I'm gonna get audited, aren't I?
Did you just call it an I-9er?
Yeah.
Did I catch a niner in there?
You got your I-9 wrong.
Were you filling it out from a walkie-talkie?
That's some truck speak right there. Is what that is.
I got into a fight about the stupidity of Black Friday on the internet.
It is, in
This what I
fact,
do.
stupid, and that is in fact what you do. Yeah, no, it's
It's true.
Josh does stupid.
well, he
No,
gets
he
in
meant
fights.
arguing online.
No.
Arguing online,
Nope.
but that is in turn pretty stupid.
Sassy Dishonored Mask.
That's a thing that always happens. No, yeah, it is really silly. Like people showed up at 5 a.m. to get things that we had at 2 p.m. And the few things we didn't were not worth getting up that early or fighting those people in line or all that shit.
I need my mystery pop box.
Two people at the mall here in Chattanooga totally got shot.
Yep.
I left the mall like 20 minutes before that happened. So
What was it over?
Good timing.
I think I need to make an anonymous tip.
yeah, AKA I got away.
Yeah, AK.
What-
Heavy
what-
on the AK.
What were the people shot over? Like,
I've not heard. I know.
Parking spot.
It did happen in the Sears parking lot. So
See?
it very well could have been a parking spot or
Or the
someone
last grill.
just was in a bad mood and piss the wrong guy off or some shit.
Dude, Black Friday.
Dude, it's so
I mean,
stupid.
I just wanted to know what item they were trying to fight over.
It was. I don't think they were in a store, so I don't think it was that. But
Like Mary
yeah,
said that
it's silly.
even like in Jonesboro at the Belk in the mall, there was some person lined up at 3:00 in the afternoon on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid.
All these places that open up at like 5, 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving are assholes.
Yeah,
Like why? Like why?
I'm
I don't
not
know,
a giant
man.
fan, but I'm not gonna lie. At 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving, I was at Kohl's.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
That makes me sad for you.
Yeah,
You were at Kohl's?
yeah.
Trying to
didn't-
rock that cool water cologne discount, huh?
Right? I didn't buy a single thing. I was just there to piss people off.
So I have
Not
gone,
on purpose. I just was dragged.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would have said no. I would have put my foot down.
I have gone Black Friday shopping before, but not like the doorbuster bullshit. Like I get off work and it's 6:30 in the afternoon or in the evening. I'm gonna go to Best
Yeah, if
Buy
you-
and get a like $3 Blu-ray. Okay.
Yeah, that dude. If you go after dinner, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's really not that busy.
Also, by the way, all the Black Friday deals in
Oh.
the store, for the most part, are also online.
Yes, especially now. Like I don't know
did all
why.
my
Cyber
shopping
Monday is
online.
significantly better anyway.
I actually did. I found shit on Cyber Monday, but Black Friday deals online are
Yeah, at
they're
this
the
point,
exact same.
there's
thing.
also Cyber Friday. Like there's no.
Yeah.
There's just different shit on sale on Friday.
like I got the Best Buy. Well, Kristen's parents really got Kristen a Surface. It was like half off on Tuesday, before Black Friday, and it was still the exact same price, and we got shipped for free. So
Yeah, I mean I don't know. It's
there's no
lunacy,
point to
it's-
leaving anymore.
And it makes no sense like people having to like go into work on Thanksgiving or at midnight, like the night of and shit. Like it was awful when I had to work Black Friday when I was at US Express, and then also still had to work midnight Black Friday at GameStop because it was the
Mhm.
only shift I could work. Like those
Yeah.
2 years were awful. I literally worked at like 11 p.m. the night on Thanksgiving, and then straight up until about 6:00 in the afternoon the next day because I was at 2 different jobs. Like
Well,
it's crazy.
And we
Crazy,
opened at
y'all.
like 5 a.m.,
Shit.
which like the company that I work for kind of celebrates as like, hey, like we refuse to make you work Thanksgiving, and we've even like stopped making you come in at 11 p.m. on Thanksgiving to open up at midnight. Which I mean, obviously I don't disagree with, but it essentially still like puts a damper on Thanksgiving because
You're just thinking about
if
it.
I have to, and if I have to open up at 5, at this point, no, I really don't think about it. Like, it's just another day, with a bunch of like pain in the ass
Idiots.
prep work. But if I have to open up at 5, I have to be there at 4, which means I have to be awake at 3.
Which means you can't really do much.
Right. So
on
I went to
Thanksgiving.
bed at 8 o'clock. on
Either way, you're
Thanksgiving.
cutting time with
Yes,
your family.
exactly.
Also on
Figuring
Wednesday night, you got to prep like a motherfucker, so you don't
Yep.
have to be there at 3 in the
Yeah.
morning on Friday.
Exactly. Yeah, you're there till midnight, 1 in the morning on Wednesday. Like sleep in, and then you have to get up and somehow then like fall asleep at 8 p.m., which is not terribly hard with all that turkey.
Always
but,
used alcohol.
yeah, I drank a solid amount before I went to bed
Drink
Thursday
that.
night. But anyway, yeah. Either way, I survived. I'm also filling in, like running 15 stores right now, so that's fun.
At an anonymous company.
At an anonymous company, yes,
You're a special
which will
man,
not give me
trust
any resources to run those 15 stores. So I'm kind of winging it.
All
We
right
are in
then.
full fake it till you make it mode at this point.
AKA anonymous company.
Correct.
Anybody else? Good weeks
I'm still full.
from Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, because you just had
Man.
Popeyes.
No, I didn't.
Let's-
You didn't see me eat that at all, not once.
Anybody have like a spectacular Thanksgiving lunch or dinner situation they want to
I mean,
like let me live vicariously through?
I
really.
had a chicken pot pie that I made, and that was it because I don't have family in the area. Up top.
Yeah. You know, I'll give you a high five for that just because
Yeah.
it was incredibly sad.
Right?
But that was an incredible high five, though.
Do you realize
Yes,
you
I-
you are George Costanza, right?
I don't have any family in the area. I would have gone to Mary's, but she had to work at 3 p.m. on Thanksgiving, so it would have made no sense for me to get off work at 8 the night before, drive 4 hours to get there at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then also then like only see her for half a day, drive right back and work Friday as well. Like it was.
Listen, Josh, I understand the pretzels are making you thirsty, okay?
God, you beat me to it.
Is
do you
that
feel about
what you were going
sweatpants?
with?
How do you feel about sweatpants?
I'm just saying, I don't have family in the area, so I didn't do anything. I
No, that's fair.
I told myself all day long I was going to go see a bunch of movies, and like,
Right.
every time I looked at the times for the movies I wanted to see, it was like an hour and a half away. So I was like, oh, I'll wait, and I'll go about an hour beforehand. And then I started playing like a video game or something like that, and then I looked at the clock, and it was after the showing started, and it literally happened 4 times that day.
That sounds like an episode of Seinfeld. I hate to break it to you.
I was gonna say that you have an alarm on your phone, but that wouldn't work.
He'd have to know how to get to it first. No offense,
Hint,
Josh.
it's the one that says alarm.
Or clock. Mine says clock.
You're right.
And
I
then
messed
you
up
get to
there.
the alarm feature
Hmm.
under.
Yours also does that for the record.
Yeah.
I'm
Mine
not going
says
to read
clock,
this
I know
thing. You
that.
guys keep going for as long as you want.
You have
Any other apps on the phones we want to discuss?
calculator?
Calculator's a good one. I've been using
got-
that.
No. You say you're
Every
going to sit there.
day.
You shut your fucking mouth.
If you turn the phone sideways during calculator,
You get the
scientific mode.
Yeah. No,
Dude.
I just use the
Sine,
regular.
cosine, and tangent, motherfucker.
Bill Nye was right.
Boom.
I use the regular calculator, but
May he rest in
I get
peace.
mileage because I've been driving around a lot for work. So, and the normal like round trip to my store is 22 miles. So I just like set my tripometer every morning and then subtract 22 at the end. But then there's this little like markup feature on the iPhone now where you can like write on photos and shit.
Mhm.
So I just write Monday on the on the screenshot of that mileage, and then at the end of the week I put it all in. Calculator has been very, very good to me this week. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
I got yelled at by a customer on the phone because he couldn't find the calculator on his new phone.
Well, maybe you should have known where it was at, Josh. That's your fucking job.
I mean, like, I told him where it was, and he still couldn't find it, and then he yelled at me.
Maybe you should go to his house and help him out. That's your fucking job.
Fuck him. Fuck
House
you.
calls.
God, that's how porn start.
Heard somebody has a need
Oh,
for some
God.
calculator help.
I feel
here.
like G-Mobile would absolutely sponsor a few porn parodies.
Yeah.
To be clear, you said G-Mobile.
Yes, G-Mobile,
G.
owned and operated by that guy.
The biblical G.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was actually just thinking that dude from Limp Bizkit.
Come on.
That guy. There he is over there.
Fred Durst.
No, that guy.
Chuck Nally.
I was ready to let that
Yeah.
go for as long as need be. Video games. Did anybody play any?
I did.
I play video
I don't want to go
games.
first though because you have a lot. So
What
you
did
should
you-
start.
What did you play?
I played Pokemon Moon.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of mobile. Go ahead.
Kind of mobile.
Oh, if we're talking about mobile, I played Pokemon Go.
No, we've already
fuck
talked about
that
that.
shit.
New update. Daily streaks. Woo!
Listen, if we're going to talk updates, I get to talk tapped out like every other
Sip-a-da-da-da.
month.
Sib-a-da-da-da.
I was why are you fucking grammar Nazi? Like the past like 2 or 3 shows.
Because everybody always points out when my jokes don't work, and it hurts my feelings.
Get jokes that work.
Shut up.
Boom.
Like that one.
If he can talk Pokemon Go, I get to talk Simpsons updates.
All right, fine. Pokemon Moon it is then.
Exactly.
No, but I got a new 3DS on Black Friday.
God damn it.
I was there already, and they were cheap, so I snagged a new 3DS. I've not had one in a really long time, and I picked up a copy of Pokemon Moon because Brittany is playing Pokemon Sun, and so I figured I'd play the other one. I've never played a Pokemon game before.
And
It is like what I thought Pokemon would be.
in a good way,
Yeah, it is way too slow to get started. Like
they always are.
Every
the first
Pokemon
like
game ever.
hour was just like me
Good
just
God.
talking to a bunch of people, and I could not hit A fast enough to get
Yep.
to that shit.
Welcome to all RPGs.
Trey's
Yeah.
always trying to hit that A.
Oh yeah,
Mass
totally.
Effect did not exactly start with a bang either.
No, you're right. It totally didn't. But yeah, this was a little slow to get started. But yeah, the whole like kind of theme of this Pokemon this time around is you're in
Tropical Islands.
yeah you're in like this tropical island. You're basically in Hawaii in the Pokemon universe, and so like everyone is doing this a lot, and
Surfs up, bro.
Yeah.
Our Professor Oak has himself like a surfer dude body in this one.
yeah he's Professor something else. I don't
He's
remember.
probably wearing board
but-
shorts.
He is totally wearing board shorts and a
work.
lab coat, but,
But
no
no
shirt
shirt.
on underneath.
That's also another way porn starts.
Uh, yeah, and you're just, I mean, you're doing what you would expect to do in Pokemon. You are going around and catching wild Pokemon. You're fighting trainers and battling and stuff. And then there are like basically these trials. There's apparently some new stuff where like Pokemon can call in and basically like backup Pokemon when you're fighting them.
Yeah, I heard they can call
Um,
like reinforcements.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. And then they added the whole Z move thing where you get these crystals for different like types of Pokemon fighting and electric and water and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's basically like super moves in like a fighting game.
Yeah.
You can use them once per battle. And so far they have been really cool looking and rather ineffectual in battle. So Yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. I put 8 hours into it this weekend, so clearly there's
Nice.
something to it. But there's really not too much more to it than what I get out of Pokemon Go, which is I really just want to collect all the Pokemon and see the evolutions of these new Pokemon and that kind of thing.
That's kind
Like,
of
the
pretty
story
much what
holds no
Pokemon
weight.
is. I mean, but like the going around and fighting the gyms and actually like catching them is, in my opinion, really fun. Who was your starting Pokemon? Was it Poplio?
It was not. It was Litten. He's
Poplio.
awesome.
Poplio for life.
Popul's pretty cool looking. I like all 3 starters, but no, Litten was who I started with.
All right then.
So
I named him Firebutt as a nickname, and it's really awesome because every time
Yeah,
I
that's
start
your nickname.
every time I start a
Oh, wait, no,
battle,
that's Tori. Sorry.
my my trainer dude just
That's
says
my
"Go
job.
Firebutt," and I laugh every time, and it's really fun.
All right then.
That's my job.
oh, sorry, my bad.
Is to laugh at things that are not quite.
I'm not
funny.
gonna laugh ever again. So is the
Don't look in a mirror then.
is the rumor?
Oh,
I'm hurt. Is
No, you're
the,
not.
Is the rumor about Pokemon Star like a real thing or?
I mean, it's definitely real, as in it is a real rumor.
I get to
Oh,
be
okay.
Evan
I
right
didn't know
now.
if that was like a Nintendo leak or if that was like somebody coming up with some.
No, I
bullshit.
think
I get to be Evan right now and stop getting ahead in the notes. Don't look ahead.
Evan can suck a D.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
that's true. It's physically possible. He can do it.
if he
And a B.
wants to.
Anyway,
No one-
no Pokemon Star. It is
I,
rumored to be
had
like
a
the
witty
third
comment
pillar
and just
for Sun and Moon. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the news.
Okay.
That's why we should fucking go with
In
news
the
first,
news.
Josh.
that's fair.
Chuck, what's Dan the Man?
Huh? It's a mobile platforming game. It's free. Kind of old school. It's awesome. It feels a lot like a Mega Man style game. You can get upgrades, get different weapons, shields, and
It's like an action platformer.
yes,
Yes.
very
Okay.
heavy on the action part of the platforming.
How do you control in it? Is
The
Is it like on-screen fake buttons?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. It's actually very easy to pick up once you play it for like 5 minutes. It's not like a lot of other games when you like are pushing on the screen and then every 5 seconds you got to reset your thumb. It's
Yeah.
not like that.
because
Okay.
of like the GTA knockoff mobile games like that.
Yeah.
It's like the circle at the bottom that you have to control.
Yeah,
Those suck.
you played this game, right?
Yeah, I played Dan the Man. It's I really like just platforming games. Really into big like old Nintendo games like Mario and stuff like that. And what are you doing?
Get up on that mic.
Hi. The I really like this game because it like took me back to that playing that as a little kid. And it's just a mobile game, so I, like while I'm pooping, I'm getting to play a.
Oh yeah,
platforming game.
it's a great dump game for
Yes.
sure.
All right.
And it's free too on Android and iPhone. So check it out, play it.
I'm looking at it right now, or
Not
about to
gonna-
be.
Not going to cost you $10 like Super Mario Run.
Fuck that. No. If it's more than 99 cents, I'm not gonna. Actually, if it's more than 98 cents, I'm not gonna get it.
I mean, Super Mario Run is literally.
Yeah, I know.
$10. Okay.
I know. Fuck that. I'm not gonna get it.
I will when that eventually comes out on.
I know
Android,
you
but-
will, and I could probably talk you into buying mine if I wanted to.
I mean, if I really enjoy it, there's a chance I might buy yours as well. But the
Did you
problem
just
is,
burp and blow it somewhere else?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Just putting that out there in the ether.
I'm courteous.
You've also been playing, as have I, DC Legends.
Yeah, I played about an hour of it, I guess. Not quite what I was expecting. I think that you had a better time with it
Yeah,
than I did.
like when I saw the trailer, like the stuff pop up on like my Facebook and shit, I was like, oh, this is literally just Galaxy of Heroes, the Star Wars game I've been playing and spent $100 on last year,
God
only
damn.
in DC.
Yeah.
100 is it's a low ball estimate. Let's be
Oh
fair.
my
It's more
God.
like 2,000.
I am not going to say whether I spent money on DC Legends.
You
But-
spent, I mean,
I'm,
I gotta
I'm
say-
kidding.
Josh.
I'm
New,
kidding.
New Year's is
Are
coming
you-
I'm
up.
kidding. I have not spent money,
Sure.
but I am playing.
Did
it
you
a
use
lot.
one of those gift cards?
No, I actually have not.
Josh.
I've yet to figure out how to get those gift cards on the Android marketplace, or else it's a
I mean, if
possibility.
you get GameStop gift cards, you can just buy Google
Google
cards.
Play,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
You could.
I could just use the Walmart gift cards and go buy the Visa gift cards from Walmart. I could do it that way too.
They probably also have Google Play gift cards at Walmart.
They do.
Is your life just
You
a
know what they
bartering
don't have at
system of
Walmart?
gift cards?
Uh-huh.
Amazon gift cards.
Yeah,
I get about $300 worth of gift
Hate to
cards
hear
every
that.
month.
it's tough times.
Anyway, so
I know,
this
and I
is,
can barely wake up in the morning.
This is like 4-on-4 turn-based combat, all set in the DC universe. Like, I very much like it because I also like the Galaxy of Heroes games quite a bit. That my one issue is like the progression of difficulty in that game is significantly harder than it should be. Like for me, like as you start going through the story, like the characters don't level up fast enough, and you don't get enough of like the shards or whatever that you need to progress them to higher like power level anywhere near fast enough for that game to be as good as it should be for me.
So it's forcing you to grind.
Grind, but not like yes and no. Like I mean, you're very limited in terms of like the power levels that like you can use your current.
It seems like it's forcing you to buy gems.
Oh.
It's exactly what it is.
So he's
AKA
gonna do
most
it.
free-to-play games.
Yeah, but
unfortunately.
see, and the good news, that's why I like Star Wars so much, is that it doesn't. Like, I have done that because I'm just an impatient fuck, but I also haven't spent money on that game in like 8 months. I haven't needed to. The updates they've done to that game have been fantastic.
You know what else is free to play? You don't have to really spend money on. The Simpsons tapped out. Thank you.
Also,
Dan the man.
Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's it.
Well,
Though I have totally spent money on it. You don't have to.
Yeah. No, I've bought donuts and Simpsons for sure.
I do appreciate that DC Legends does have a speed up button, more than just an autoplay button, but there's actually one that like gets through all the animations significantly faster. I wish every
Can you
game
just
had
buy
that.
it for $2.99?
No, it's just there for free. Thank you very much.
That's
The worst part about DC Legends is that I thought it was going to be like the top down like X-Men Legends and all that kind of stuff,
Gotcha.
kind of gameplay, the isometric.
I would love a new X-Men Legends
Man.
or Marvel.
DC
Ultimate
Legends was good,
Alliance.
you know. I really liked that. But actually, it was Justice League Legends. I think maybe it wasn't DC
Sure.
Legends. Anyway,
I never
um,
played it. The last one of those I played was Ultimate
it was
Alliance
really
2.
really good. Like everybody had their powers and stuff. It was set up just like X-Men Legends and then Ultimate Alliance, but it was with DC characters. It was a lot of fun.
What was this on?
PS2, Xbox.
Huh, I must have.
before Ultimate Alliance.
Gotcha.
I was
At
busy
least
playing
before
Desert
Ultimate Alliance
Storm.
too.
Desert Storm.
Like you surfed?
No, not Desert Storm. What is it called? Was that the game?
I don't
No
know what the
one
fuck you're talking
knows
about.
What you're talking about.
I'll think of the title. Sorry.
Okay.
Desert Storm's the colon Desert Storm. I can't remember the first part.
Colin? What? Colin
of it.
Powell?
The subtitle. Yeah, Colin Powell.
Colon.
I mean, he was
God damn it!
Formation.
I would play a Colin Powell video game.
No, you wouldn't.
I mean, you never
Just
know.
Sitting at home reading. a
That's
newspaper.
true.
They could make it interesting. What if it were like Telltale's Colin Powell, Desert Storm,
Oh man, that would be awesome.
right?
Justice League Heroes.
I'm so glad we got to the bottom
Shit.
of that.
I remember seeing that game.
Remember?
Remember?
Man, bear.
Remember that game?
Remember Colin Powell? Remember Desert Storm?
Jesus
Norman
Christ.
Schwarzkopf, remember?
Oh my God. Eric,
Eric.
Eric,
Hold on.
Eric.
Conflict Desert Storm. Nailed it.
All right, now talk about Conflict Overwatch.
That's not a game, Joe.
Conflict : Overwatch.
Yeah, sorry,
Ew.
Colin.
I think that's a proctology book. You got to-
It's a proctology simulator.
colon over.
Yeah. Conflict.
Ew.
Colin Overwatch. It sounds like the world's worst like real-time strategy game. I'm not gonna lie, that's awful. Go on, Overwatch. There's been some updates to the gameplay in general.
Yes. So with a new character came new play modes. There's 3v3 and there's 1v1, and they are elimination now.
3v3 is awesome.
Yeah.
I've heard
arcade
3v3
mode,
is
3v3
good,
really
and
awesome.
1v1's kind of not so fun.
Well, 1v1 is frustrating because other people are better than you.
Gotcha.
Most.
But
Most
Fair enough.
you will get the random one person that leaves, and you're just like, yes.
Yeah.
You're so happy about it.
Just because you get a free win.
Yeah. Anyway, so
You can play Boone.
Yeah, I can definitely beat Boone.
Yeah, yeah.
Most people can.
So
He doesn't know where anyone's at.
So the 3v3 is my favorite mode so far added to the game.
You said it's
The-
elimination, like one life per
Yeah,
person.
you it's,
Okay.
you once everybody on a team dies, the round ends. It's the best of 3 rounds. The 1v1 is best of 5 rounds. But the 3v3, games go by so quick. It's only on one map right now. I'm sure they'll add more maps. They're smaller maps than the normal point, like take the point or push the payload maps. Speaking of a new map, there's a new map coming out called Oasis.
Real quick, just to jump back for a
Yeah.
second. When you push the payload, do you push it real good?
Is
So that's a yes.
that what you wanted me to do?
Not really.
Oh,
But to be fair, I don't know what I wanted you to do.
Yeah, I mean, what was your end game there?
I think he just wants me to
to
go
say
upstairs
that,
to get
to
some
say
salt
what
and
I
pepper.
said. That was the end game.
All right. Well, so Oasis looks pretty fun.
Like the Salt and Pepper song.
Okay.
Josh just caught up with 1989.
Or that commercial from earlier this year.
Geico?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You don't pull the door open, Josh. You push it. You push it real good. The elevator button. You push it.
I haven't watched commercials in like 4 years.
You missed out. That guy was mowing the lawn. He had to push it.
Oasis map.
It's
anyway,
fair.
so Oasis is it looks like it's set in India again because there was another map set in India, I think.
Okay.
But Oasis, it's got like a road, an active road. There are cars going by, whizzing by that you can actually get killed from. You walk in front of them, they're going high speed, and you die. So don't be a dumb and walk in the middle of the road. Look both ways before crossing. Then
You
you've
can't
got
cross though. It's on the outside of the map, isn't it?
I mean, you can get pushed into it, though. Pushed real good.
and there's we saw one jump pad, and it looked very ineffective.
It was like a third of the power of the man cannon on Halo maps.
And you just shot straight up in a tower. Like, you don't
Yeah.
go out onto the map.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
I wouldn't necessarily mind the directionality of it if it was a little more powerful, but it felt like you just it was just a quick way to get to the second level of the map.
Yeah.
It's not like you got like some kind of like vantage point on people for a few seconds while you're up in the air.
There was no great strategy involved.
It didn't seem that way.
That's fair.
It might be useful for downing a Pharah or something, like if the Pharah is midair.
Yeah,
But-
potentially.
But other
still
than
didn't
that,
get-
Or
other
getting
than that,
launched.
it's literally an elevator.
Or
Like,
getting launched as Farah and not having to use that ability and then use
Or-
it to even go higher.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah, for a couple of people, I'm sure it could be used advantageously.
there
Fair,
there
the
will
one
be
with the rocket
strategy
launcher?
to it, but
What?
I
Is she the one
don't
with the
know
rocket
it yet.
launcher?
Oh, God. It sounded like you just went straight country. Hey, Mom, with
rocket launcher.
Oh, but there.
Yes, Josh.
She is the one with the rocket launcher.
Yes.
She can like float with her jetpack.
I'm gonna murder
Anti-gravity!
you. Yes.
Damn it!
But anyway, you've been enjoying the new mode in general.
Uh,
Modes.
Yeah. Well,
Did you play Sombra?
I've played her multiple matches.
Did you hack the world?
No, I don't. I tend to not focus on hacking, like the pretty much hacking. I tend to not focus on the hacking. I just try to get behind people when I play Sombra.
So
Yeah, you do.
How do you feel about the slashing?
The what?
hacking slash.
Oh,
it's
God. That was
that's a half-ass Josh joke.
See, this is why I was a grammar Nazi earlier.
Anyway, you're gonna be
you were Jack
like
reaching there.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh God,
yeah, Tom Cruise.
that's a Chuck joke. You leave that shit to me.
No.
Hands off. You tell him, Corvo.
What were you?
It
gonna
looks
say?
ridiculous. I just want to point that out.
If you don't hack a Sombra, you suck. Don't
Yeah.
play as her.
Well, like
Play
I
somebody
said,
else.
I don't. I play soldier, and that's about it.
You
played a
play
bunch of different-
generic.
I mean, I do play a bunch of
FPS
different
character?
characters, but in elimination, I normally somebody is always running as Roadhog, and it will piss you off. Roadhog and Diva are two of the meta of that mode, and then most of the time you either see a Mercy, which sounds stupid, but since it's elimination, if she
You
gets
can
her
kill-
ultimate, she can
yeah.
bring back her two teammates to focus the one that's
or just
still
keep
left.
a Roadhog alive.
Yeah, which is basically what happens. She just follows him around. I played one match that was Zarya, Roadhog, Diva, and that was awful because it's just the three people with the most health, and I was soldier, and I just got owned immediately.
Yeah,
It's
once
not
you die,
fun.
you can't come back.
Yeah.
Now, my son was playing as Sombra. He's actually pretty fucking good. They were doing, I guess it was Push to Point,
Mhm.
and somebody had, what's his name, Reinhardt, and there was a, and they were on the payload, and they had a Shoreborn turret on there,
Mhm.
and he hacked them, and the shield went like, and then the turret went, meow,
Yeah.
and then they were fucked.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
It is.
I mean, Sombra, when played well on your team, is awesome. When played well on another team,
Is infuriating.
yes, very much so. Just like any character.
I was gonna say that's how most characters in
Yeah.
Overwatch are.
Well, just like any character that's going to come out. Like, pretty much every time a new character comes out, they're going to see that they've got it balanced, but they're going to realize it's not exactly balanced perfectly yet.
Right.
And it's going to be a little more OP or a little less OP than other things. So it's going to either piss a lot of people off or it's not going to be playable because it's not going to be strong enough. And they won't know that until mass people play it. And usually that's what the PTR, the test realms are for. But
I mean, there's only so much testing you can do
Yeah,
before you
exactly.
put it out into the real world.
exactly.
All right then.
I did my part. Can I go home now?
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
please.
Get
That
out.
was awful.
Thank God.
I'm just kidding. It's mediocre at best.
Chuck, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Oh, what a
Ow.
dick.
Ow. Anyway,
What a dick.
Chuck, get off your phone.
I will not.
Okay.
You're supposed
Alright.
to make up some bullshit thing like you were looking something up or something.
Were you looking up? No,
No,
Since I'm
I
new,
wasn't.
I
he's
got nothing.
actually over me now.
Who's that?
In the totem.
I mean, above the ground, I guess. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
What's
everybody.
happening?
I don't know.
I
The
played.
hierarchy of this podcast.
I played the steep beta twice. So like there
Cool.
was a
That's
private
two more
beta.
time than anybody else did.
There was a closed beta and then there was an open beta on back-to-back weeks. That game is exactly what I thought it was going to be, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. Like I absolutely
hill?
adored it. There's actually 3 big hills. Thank you very much.
Oh shit!
Right?
I'm back in.
So for anybody who doesn't remember, steep is
How you make tea?
Or a description of a hill.
Steep is the Ubisoft game, the actual game that they closed their press conference with, which a lot of
Where
people
you make tea?
at this past E3, which a lot of people thought was a weird thing to close with. It got me really excited. It's the one where it's just winter extreme sports, so you can either parachute or paraglide. You could
While
do
making
like
tea?
wingsuiting. Shut up. You could snowboard or you could
Tea?
ski.
You play as Mr. T.
Oh my god.
It's meta as shit.
I would play that game so hard.
So the mechanics of the
I'm
game.
paragliding.
You just press Y to pity the fool.
You guys done?
No.
No, I kind of want to know more about what happens when you press one and pity the fool. Oh man, that's good stuff.
God
I'm
damn
back
it.
on board the Eric Crane train.
Woo woo! Oh,
That
the
was too
crane
much.
train.
Yeah, now
Sorry,
you
my-
really fucking ruined it.
Whoa, whoa. Was that better?
No, stop it.
Oh, my bad.
You're making it way worse. Anyway,
Sure.
mechanically speaking, it takes a while to get used to for sure, especially if you're used to like an SSX style game, which like is crazy over the top. This is very much more like Skate, only on a mountainside, which is perfect for me because I do like the simulation style of those extreme sports games. So basically, you can, especially skiing and snowboarding is going to be what you do for the majority of your time in this game, but you hold R or L to just like kind of prepare for your jump, and then it's a matter of like really perfect timing. So you can do regular spins and flips and grabs with the R and L button, but it's all about like as soon as you release R or L to actually do the jump, you immediately press a direction, and it takes some time to get used to. Like you can't charge up your spins or anything like that beforehand, which again, if you're used to playing an extreme sports game, you do that a lot. Like you are, especially in a snowboarding game, you're like preparing your jump and you're holding right already, so that when you release, you immediately start spinning, and it's more of a in succession thing. Once you get used to it, though, that game is just super peaceful. Like I just turned on my Spotify playlist and sat there for like 2 hours just snowboarding and skiing like crazy. It warps to any mountain and any like part of the mountain without any sort of load times. It's put together extremely well, and like you can just have a ton of fun. You unlock these hot air balloons throughout the mountainside, so you can just like go right up there and like wingsuit down. There are wingsuit courses where you have to like fly in between rock formations on the mountain, which are incredibly hard to do. It's just like a fun open world game on a mountainside. Like it's just
It's open mountain.
yes, it is. Thank you.
I have a feeling this game is not going to sell very well.
No, it's gonna sell
Oh, no.
terribly.
Isn't it coming out? Did it come out today?
Maybe.
No, it's in December. It's not.
No,
out
it's
yet.
Friday. It's Friday.
I'll be buying it. Like, I really enjoyed my time with it. I
So
will
4
be-
games in December.
It's expensive as shit. I love my gift cards.
Man, I sucked at SSX Tricky.
SSX is great. This is not
played
SSX
it.
level, but man, it's fun.
SSX Tricky is great. SSX was okay.
Yeah, okay. Tricky is great. Actually,
Tricky
the
is
on
one of the best extreme.
SSX
sports
3
games
wasn't
ever.
bad. The one on the Wii was actually really good too. Where you did like the weird like wand drawing for the super moves or whatever. Once you got used to it, I actually really liked you used the nunchuck and you like just tilted it to like turn.
I mean, you understand what you said though, right?
the one on the Wii. Use
The
the
one
wand
tricks
drawing.
to that sounds pretty stupid.
Man,
Again,
Slalom
so-
on the Atari was awesome.
Yeah.
Never played it either.
I
I
just
would like to
wanted
point
throw
out that I'm with Chuck on the fact that if you ever did anything with a Wii wand, like
Where you're
99%
drawing
9%
tricks.
of the time, it was bad. Outside of unless you were bowling.
Again, once you got
It's
used,
bad.
once you got used to what you had to do, I just enjoyed the feeling of actually controlling by just tilting the nunchuck. It felt really good to me. But like the way you did the Uber tricks was like literally there was a pattern that you could just like draw, and it worked really well once you knew what the patterns were. The one on the 360 was terrible. I hated it. The open
Oh, talking
world,
about the most recent one?
God, it was awful.
I
I
never
bought
really
that
played
and
it.
returned it in 2 hours. I hated it.
I kind of remember that.
I came up to the store. I did the same thing with Soul Calibur, like that same night. It was like a terrible night. But yeah, that's Steep. Thank you guys so much for letting me talk about it.
You're welcome. Press
Man.
Y, Josh.
Mafia 3.
Yeah, man.
We finished it.
God damn it.
I loved that game.
Do I
The
need to
game
step
is
out?
fucking awesome.
Are we talking spoilers on the story?
We can. There's
Uh,
not a lot to spoil, so to speak. I mean,
It's kind of a by the numbers kind of mafia style game.
Gotcha.
You're not
Like,
going to. Well,
yeah.
we don't have to go into full spoilers, but
Okay.
it's going to play out exactly how
yeah,
you think it's
you,
going.
Gotcha.
you already know how that game ends.
Sure.
The best thing about Mafia is going through the storyline, not only for the presentation, but taking out the capos are the best parts of the fucking game. The rackets is kind of fun. If you kill the racket bosses and don't don't use them to add to your take, you're stupid. By the way.
Yeah, I got all 3 of them by the end of the game. They stayed alive. I would know.
Oh yeah, you're under bosses. I'm talking about the racket bosses that you
like
take
if you don't-
over.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you have the option to kill them or increase your take. You always increase the take.
Yeah, I always thought that was an odd option as well.
Like,
Like, why would
it's
I
just
kill this person that could
bloodthirsty.
potentially give you money?
Yeah,
I-
consistent money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also hated the ones where it made me kill them. Although it makes sense in certain situations.
Dude, the racist guy.
Yeah,
the,
if you're Lincoln Clay going after basically the KKK,
God, what
I
is that
understand
guy?
stabbing them in the
was
ear
it
hole.
Native Son? That's it. But anyway, that
what were
guy
they
was a
called?
racist motherfucker.
Southern Cross or something like that.
No, it was I can't
It
remember.
really bothers me that I can't remember.
So
Southern Union.
Maybe sounds about right.
So killing the rackets wouldn't the underbosses wouldn't
No,
affect
so
the game
yeah.
later on.
That's like that's the whole point. So,
So
if
here's the thing is that you have underbosses, right? And when you go and you take over a racket of one of the capos, you can give that racket to one of the underbosses.
Yeah.
So, but if you kill the person who's in charge of the racket, it'll say
like,
kill
you
this
get
person for
$1,000
$8,000,
Or
or keep them alive and add $4,000 to your take. Where your take resets like every
yeah,
hour of the game. So
you would just get more money that way. But like
A lot more
it,
money.
it wouldn't cause like a shift in the
He's
story
asking if
later
it
on
changes
in
the story, whether
If-
or not you kill them or not.
the underbosses it does, not
Okay.
necessarily the racket.
Okay,
yeah,
people.
not the
so-
capos,
And you always
not
kill
the,
the capos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So-
capos die, and they die hard.
But the
most of
underbosses
times.
who work for you, if you don't assign,
I
and then-
kept all mine alive too.
yeah, if you don't assign the territories in a way that keeps everybody happy, you eventually piss one of them off enough to where they walk out on your like little sit down meeting, and you have to then do a mission to kill them.
Oh, okay.
And kind of lay down the law, and like you can become like exalted, basically like the best possible faction rating with one of them, or you can keep them all happy at one time.
Gotcha.
Which it took a little patience on my part because I really wanted to kill Cassandra. She is mouthy as fuck. Like I would give her.
Nobody's mouthier than Burke. Dude.
Burke is pretty mouthy.
like,
Skeletto though, good
That's
old
about
Vito,
time you fucking gave over.
Yeah, good old Vito was just like, You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm all right. I'm still alive, so I'm good.
I always wanted to give shit to Vito.
Right? He was the only one I really
Always.
liked.
Not to,
Because he's the best.
not to mention the fact that he was the lead character of Mafia 2. And the
Exactly.
fact that they brought him over in this game was just like fucking awesome.
But like every single time I got to that sit down, Cassandra was like, "You better give me this fucking territory." I wanted to be
She was never like that. It was the Southern Union.
okay.
But yeah, she was never like that to me. Essentially, the best way to play this game is to give all of the rackets to one particular person and then give them the entire district once you take down the capo. And then just go up the line. So if you pick Vito, then you need to pick Cassandra or Burke next. And then if you pick Burke, you need to do Cassandra and then start again with Vito and just rotate them out that way. And they'll always stay fine.
Gotcha.
I really liked the last mission.
In the casino?
It was great.
Oh, man, it was awesome. Actually, I think my favorite mission is probably like the abandoned amusement park in the
the
swamp.
amusement park is the best part of that game. But
God,
the
it
last
was
mission,
so awesome. Also, anytime you fall in the water in that game, your balls shrink up and your ass puckers because you are afraid you're going to get destroyed by crocs.
I only got eaten by the croc when I intentionally did it at the beginning of the game.
Me too, but there was one time where I was looking for something and I couldn't cross. It was like
yeah,
on
that's scary when you run across one.
like several. I got gang raped by one and like finally got out to the water, like got out of the water where I can shoot my gun and just laid waste. It
Yeah.
was awesome. But
Also,
terrifying.
Yeah, the thing they showed at E3, the casino boat, or
Yeah.
the riverboat was awesome. In the last mission, did you use the car at the beginning?
Use the car at the beginning.
So you get to the casino. I guess
Mhm.
slight spoilers. Sorry.
That's fun.
There's like a car on display because they're getting ready to open it, and it
Oh,
looks like the
shit.
car you can win or whatever.
Yeah.
You can get in it and just drive straight forward, and you just plow through the glass like in the middle of a huge firefight.
No,
basically.
no, I didn't do that.
It
That
was-
sounds awesome.
Awesome. This game does like those Hollywood moments so fucking well.
Yeah.
The dude that you push out of the window.
Oh, the accountant guy?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's so good.
Any taking out any of the capos is the best part of the game, including the big boss at the end. And they leave it like the way that they end it with telling the tale because you have a choice of
Donovan?
of staying or leaving town, and then
Yeah.
everything with Donovan.
What did
it
you
was
do?
just- I stayed.
I left. I wonder how different it was.
I
Like,
stayed,
don't-
and then I had the option of because there was one last underboss meeting, and I had the option of bringing them with me or fucking killing them all.
You killed them all, didn't you?
I did not.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I mean, I worked hard to keep all those motherfuckers there.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's like-
Vito's still alive. I'm
Right?
not gonna kill him.
that's the one thing that
How
like,
else somebody
killed
gonna get my
everybody but
linguine?
that is true. Like that's the one thing that like I really want to platinum this game because like there's not a whole lot of like you don't have to collect every Playboy magazine or anything like that. Those
I didn't
don't
get an
have trophies.
achievement for any of that.
There's none of them. There's no trophies or
I looked
achievements
at a
for
lot
any
of
it.
titties, but I get no achievements.
I mean, it was nice still to occasionally get to like, oh yeah, this is what Playboy looked like back in the day, or these
could do
Vargas
that-
paintings.
Oh, the Vargas paintings were ridiculous.
They were.
Absolutely ridiculous. You could actually get the Playboys in the last Mafia game also. So that
Yeah.
was the 40s, I guess. Yeah, 40s. 'Cause
Yeah.
I came back from.
Yeah, never
Or two.
once did I stop when I saw that there was a Hot Rod or a Repent
Oh,
Bible
Repent-
magazine.
Dude, Repent magazines were hilarious. You
Were
missed
they?
out. Yeah.
I mean, I occasionally got the vinyls, but I really only just got the Playboy and the Vargas paintings just because I thought they were so funny. But like in general,
Boobs used to look like literally like warship bullets.
it's true. It's true.
They actually were. That's how
Oh.
we. Yeah.
They were just
Okay,
bullets.
that's what they were designed after. That makes sense.
Yep.
Playboy's been around.
So was
since
it
the
boobs and
20s?
bullets or blues
Oh,
and
yeah.
How
bullets?
old is Hugh Hefner?
What?
How old is Hugh Hefner if Playboy's been around since the 20s?
Older than bullet
That dude's
boobs.
like 900 years old.
Can we confirm 900 years old?
Yeah.
He's a.
Maybe.
Is he a Highlander?
That can only be one.
Anyway, god damn it.
Now I do get certain disdain for some of the repetitiveness of the side missions, but any of the racket missions to me and any of the capo missions especially were not repetitive to me at all, and they were incredibly fun. Now, if you wanted to increase your take and get the achievement or trophy where you spend $500,000 in that game, then you're going to need to do a lot of fucking side missions.
Yeah, that's the one, like that trophy, and then there's like one for like get 5 headshots in like 5 seconds or something like that. I'm just like, if I were to try and do that shit, it's gonna take me for fucking ever. Because
Plus, it's too much fun to call in the your enforcers and
squads.
just
man, by the end of the game, the only one that I actually used was to get away from the cops. I did not like getting chased by the cops in that game, so I was always just like, I'm gonna clear this shit out.
I used all of them.
Really?
Every single one of them. I used to up my ammunition or buy new guns. I used
Now, I mean, calling in for a car,
I
and
called the
calling
car,
in for
the-
the ammo truck was great, and the consigliere was great.
Yep.
Like those two were fantastic, but
Dude, the enforcers are the fucking best.
the hit squad was great, but I just never had like the markers like enough of them to really do much.
Just spend money.
Yeah, I guess.
It's only $3,000 a call, unless you up those, and then it gets $5,000. But they all have like semi-automatic pump shotguns.
That's fair.
It's badass.
I just remember the Mandingo fighting ring.
Yeah,
God, it was awesome.
that was pretty awesome.
Except
The,
for
the game is very, very good. If you get an opportunity, play it. The story is awesome.
for sure.
I definitely started it out. I'd like to get back to it along with about 50 other games. But we shall see. For the record, 90 for Hugh Hefner, and Playboy established in 1953.
Mafia
So.
2 lied.
Also,
Yeah,
there's
it did.
a naked woman.
Kinda.
Did you hear they're going back to nudity?
I mean, they never stopped. I get emails about them all the time.
Really? Because like there
In the
there was
magazine, I think for a
yeah.
while they stopped.
There was the big news story like last year. Hefner was like, we're changing it up. We're no longer doing nudity. And then apparently his son like started actually taking over the business this year. He's like, yeah, I don't know why we did that. That was fucking stupid. We're doing nudity.
I mean, all the stuff I see online are just like, and it's way more risque. It's more Penthouse than Playboy.
Man, you remember back in the day when like Penthouse was like
I mean, butt shots.
where you went like when you wanted to see like a vagina, like a just there,
Go on.
just
Nope.
ready
I
for
mean,
things that go in vaginas.
Like?
Well, I mean, Penthouse
You know,
had
cucumbers and
back in the day,
Penthouse had
Chuck
straight-
called that the club he hit women in the head with. Caveman jokes.
vaginas.
When you wanted
This is
to
my
see
vagina
one.
club.
You know what?
that is a sturdy vagina.
That's awful.
Oh, you're not using the vagina as the club? That's what I thought you meant.
Sturdy vagina band name called it.
Damn it!
You mentioned the fact that people think that it's a bit too repetitive for an open world game. I disagree. Like all open world games are like that. for
I don't
me.
think that it is like the missions are repetitive necessarily. The combat is what feels repetitive to me.
And
Like
so-
there's not a lot of like there's just kind of one straightforward
again to
thing
me like
to do with the combat. At least, and I'm very early on.
Yeah, you can actually do I can't remember what they're called. They're over the top melee finishers, and they
Mhm.
are fucking brutal as shit. There's one where you like run at somebody with the butt of a shotgun and hit them so hard
I've
in the
done a
face
couple of
their
those.
head breaks. There's
yeah,
a
no,
bunch
the
of shit
brutal
like that,
kills
though.
are great.
Brutal, that's what it is.
But like I was talking, like because I'm playing Watch Dogs 2 right now. I'm gonna talk about that here for a second. But like all open world games, unless you're doing like one of the main story missions, they're all repetitive in some fashion.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
about Mafia that the stuff you didn't do in like
Well,
Red Dead or
That's what I'm
Grand
saying.
Theft
Like
Auto.
they're all like that. And so like with Watch Dogs, like you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up to this area, like whatever building I'm trying to crack, and I'm gonna either go into my detective mode and look for the like thing that I have to hack. I'm gonna go into a camera, or I'm gonna use the like RC copter. Like no matter what, the mission is gonna come down to get into this camera view and hack this thing on a computer, or go and literally physically hold Y to hack a computer in person because you can't do it like remotely. It's one of those two things. Every single one of those missions are identical, and like that's what every open world game is. Grand Theft Auto is a little different. The story missions in Grand Theft Auto, it's a progression that is significantly better in my opinion. It's why it's the class of that genre. But for the most part, like Watch Dogs is like that. Mafia was like that. Like every one of those games to me feels the exact same.
There is a difference. There is a separation between like Mafia, I'm assuming, and Grand Theft Auto and every Assassin's Creed game ever. Like, yes, there's repetitiveness in Grand Theft Auto and Mafia, but the Assassin's Creed, although I am a fan, the repetitiveness of all those side missions it's more so boring. Like GTA, I will do the side missions. I will have fun doing them.
I would argue that this, like, and again, super early on, but Mafia feels more like Assassin's Creed than Grand Theft Auto in terms of like the content and like
The
the
side missions.
repetitiveness of it. For again,
Well, I was
early
just
on.
saying that there's two different
Yes,
repetitiveness.
yes.
I will say the
There's-
world of Mafia is fucking huge and incredibly detailed, though.
Yes,
Like
I also-
every area in that game is totally different than any other area in that game.
Yeah, they did what 2K tends to do really well with their open world games, and that is like model a real city very, very
Dude,
well.
the French Ward is just like the French Quarter in
Yeah.
New Orleans. Exactly.
I mean, they've been
Like,
doing
street
that
for street.
since GTA, and like LA Noire did a really great job of that. Like especially LA Noire did a really good job.
Mafia
I thought
2
because,
didn't really because it was much smaller than this game.
Right.
Like
Man.
Mafia 2, you can fit inside of just the downtown area of
Yeah.
Mafia 3.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 2, though, San Francisco apparently incredibly well recreated as well.
How that
Um,
yo-yo combat?
I really like hitting people with that fucking thing. I don't do it because it's murdering people.
It's also
apparently.
not a yo-yo. Admit
I
it.
just witnessed you shoot a lady in the face because you wanted her car.
She kept trying to get me back out of the car.
Yeah, she drug you out of the car, but you shot her in the face with a rifle.
It was a sniper rifle point blank in a goddamn face. I wasn't
But,
trying to play
but
that
we
game.
can't hit people with yo-yos.
I
Yeah,
was not
that's
trying
crazy
to play-
talk.
Okay, first of all, that was like the one time I've done that. I was
Not a
not
yo-yo.
trying to play that game in any sort
It's
of
weird that I was the one there to witness it.
in any sort of violent manner. Like I was trying to very much be the non-lethal approach. Aside from when I was trying to get 5-star warrant out and then lose it for the trophy. But the game itself, like, it's a significant upgrade in terms of fun factor from the original Watch Dogs. Moving around that world feels so much better than it did in the first one. It's kind of a partial Assassin's Creed parkour style to it. Like, there's a lot of verticality that you didn't have in the first one. There's a lot of fun to just running around and holding the R2 button so that you just do parkour moves over, like, benches and shit like that. All of the side missions are great, in my opinion. Like, in this one, there's an app where it's basically Uber, but they call it Driver San Francisco. And you just get into a car, and you just pull up the app. Like, everything is done through an app, and you get basically contacted by a potential client. You got to go pick them up and just drive them somewhere. There's, like, a rating system with that. You get perks every time you do one, and you get to a new
I've heard
like,
about
star
that part of
level.
it. Yeah.
Scout X is really cool. It's like their social media platform where you're going around to like real San Francisco locations and you're having to take a picture and like post it online for that. There's like 57 of them in the game. I've done them all just because it's like that game is really fun to tool around in. I barely touch the story missions, although when I do, they're usually pretty cool. But the side missions are so much fun. I tagged the Golden Gate Bridge,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
like every
That-
one of the
So it was it.
sections.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I got a trophy called Bad Boys because I hijacked somebody's boat. It's pretty great. Also, there's sailboat races, which is really slow and weird. But I don't know. Like it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've not played any of this game at all at this point, though I definitely want to. But pretty much everyone I've talked to that has played it has been pretty positive about it. I mean, I don't think anyone's necessarily going like Game of the Year.
No, I mean,
but especially
it may be in
considering
my
the
10.
lukewarm like reception to the first Watch Dogs, like I think they did a pretty solid job at kind of improving on everything.
The inclusion of the two RC vehicles, the little jumper car
Mhm.
and then the quadcopter, I think is great. It's a little ridiculous that you're like 3D printing these things. Like you got a 3D
Yeah.
printer in your headquarters, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna 3D print a fucking sniper
It's
rifle."
fucking Ubisoft as shit.
Um,
The fact that they're like committing that hard to the narrative.
Yeah. And Wrench, who is the guy that everybody hates in like the story trailers, the dude with
Right.
the fucking like LED goggles or whatever.
Like T-Bone.
He's actually fun. I like him. He's really funny. He's like this typical kind of like over enthusiastic nerd, very much like Marcus, your main character is. They tend to have like the most fun in terms of like the story missions with those two guys because they always like geek out about a bunch of things. Like I was doing a Driver San Francisco mission the other day, and it was just driving somebody around to find his lost robot that they named Johnny Number 5. So the entire dialogue was about Short Circuit, like the entire time you were driving. Even to the point of
Nice.
like after you drop him off, he starts singing the Los Locos song from the sequel.
Do they really call it Driver San Francisco?
Uh-huh.
You know, it was a video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
right? Okay.
A really good video game.
Yeah, it
A
was.
very underrated one.
That's the one where you could ghost drive, right?
Yeah, man, it
You
was
could-
fucking
You
awesome.
were the like ghost of a cabbie or some shit, and you like spirit walked
No, it's
into
like, you're
people's
like a
cars.
cop, but you like totally like you came out of your body and you just like had like a top down view of the map, and then you just like basically possessed another driver and you had to like complete certain tasks and stuff. It was fucking awesome.
What was this?
I don't think Josh knows what ghost riding is.
Oh no, you saw me ghost ride.
No, you were on top of a hood.
I ghost rode that whip, bro.
No,
Do you know how
Okay,
to ghost
continue.
right?
I don't.
Anybody know what I'm talking about? Shit.
Woo!
That's Chuck nailed it. No, there used to be a show on PBS, Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I mean, ghost writing is a profession.
But also, it was a show on PBS.
I don't give a shit about PBS.
I watched it.
Nobody else does either. That's why
So
they have
that's
those
Watch Dogs
fucking
2 for now.
telethons.
They had that one show,
It's called telethon.
Arthur?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost writer.
You keep saying Rider.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying Rider.
I want to punch kittens so bad.
Now,
I
correct
wish
me
I
if
had
I'm
my
wrong.
sturdy vagina with me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Wishbone was on PBS, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Wishbone
was.
was
Shit.
the best.
Fuck
That dog
PBS.
was the fucking best.
You
really,
pay for your TV.
last game of the week,
Like an
really briefly,
American.
because I'm tired of being the only person talking about a game. I did start playing Final Fantasy 15. Came out today. That game so far is really enjoyable. It's again like an RPG, kind of slow to get into to begin with. It's totally you're just these like a fucking Japanese boy band getting stuck out in the desert at the beginning of that game.
AKA Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But like the mechanics, I actually really like. I did have to change the control style a little bit because I'm a chronic stick clicker. Like, does anybody else do that when you play games?
Smoking weed and clicking a stick?
Yes, I always click the right and left sticks like
I do it.
non-stop. If it's ever assigned an actual function in the game, I fucking hate it because I always like. For the first 5 minutes I was playing that game, I pulled up the map about 55 times because it was assigned to clicking the right stick, and I just
Can't you just like change
As-
your controls?
that's what I did,
Hold on.
Okay.
Like, do you do it by accident or you like?
like intentionally.
like,
He
Like,
clicks-
it's like an OCD.
He
thing.
clicks the stick so his thumb won't slide off the thumbsticks like everybody else. I fucking hate PS4 controllers, man.
That is correct.
That was a stretch.
No, it's accurate.
I mean,
My thumbs always fucking slide off those things, even with the rubber ripping off of it.
I
Piece
got
of
the
shit.
I got the grips on mine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, buy extra stuff for this controller so it'll be good.
$2 almost.
It'll
broke
be
me.
mediocre at best if you buy the extra.
you
That
can
controller
Anyway.
sucks.
you can use other sticky substances.
Anyway, that game is
Just go on your controller.
That game is really pretty. I'm enjoying like the little bit of story that I've gotten so far in it in general. I'm excited to actually like fully play this. Apparently, it's not as long as I was like afraid it would be. It's not like 200 hours like most of them are. They say it's like 20 to 30 hours for the mainline story, and you could probably complete
Well,
everything in 50.
Since they like got bigger, I guess you could say. I know that there've always been big games, but not like 9, like 10 and on. I guess
9.
PS2 and on. It's been like shorter stories.
Has it?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like this is my first like one that I plan on finishing. I've played a little bit of them before. I didn't used to be a turn-based fan at all.
Is it still turn based?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like now that it's not,
Gotcha.
although there is, the game works much better when it is all 4 of you fighting one larger enemy. When it gets to like 6 or 7 enemies on screen at one time, and you've got 4 people that are all fighting at one time, it does seem like it's throwing a lot of systems and a lot of mechanics at you, and
Gotcha.
it's really hard to keep up with everything that's going on. But like every video I've watched, like I watched a video of them fighting this giant Midgard snake basically earlier today, and those fights are awesome. Like they totally look like they're a ton of fun. Now that I especially understand the combat, it's not as bad as it was in the E3 demo, which they never should have put out there.
Yeah,
It's
it did not look like a thing I wanted to play.
It's not indicative of how that game plays at all. But in general, like when I'm out there fighting like 7 of these like giant scorpions or whatever, it does get a little annoying. But once you get the rhythm of the combat down, and you like rate it on how you fight in each scenario, like you rate it on your offense, on your how quickly you actually win the fight, and then also what's called your finesse, which is I guess how much you use your defensive moves. Once you start actually being able to maximize the like rewards you get out of that, the game becomes a lot more fun. I've put about 2.5-3 hours in today in general, and like I'm really excited to get back and play more.
Graphically, it looked nice when I was there watching it.
Yeah,
so.
it's a very, very pretty game. I like. It's impressive that a game that they've worked on for this long, like isn't just a complete shit show the way like Duke Nukem was. It gives me the slightest bit of hope for Last Guardian next week, although I still think that game is gonna suck. I'm hopeful.
We'll see, I
Weren't
guess.
you super up on that?
And then they
Oh.
delayed it like 2 more times, and like I'm starting to really worry that it's not going to be good. Also, I don't think Eco was very good, and Shadow of the Colossus is a dated game that doesn't play that well, and apparently this game is very much like that. So, anyway, I look forward to beating that and Watch Dogs as quick as possible so that I can play Last Guardian and Dead Rising and every other fucking game that somehow comes out in December before the shit
Games come out in January?
January, February, and March.
Really,
yeah.
January is pretty slim unless there's some digital games I just don't know about. But February definitely
January is
picks
going to
up.
be more news oriented, but then February I think is what Horizons in February.
That's in
and-
March, right? Horizon?
Is it March? I thought
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
pretty sure
February.
it's March.
Either way, there's a shit ton of games.
There is
but
indeed.
We're going to take a break for a minute. We're going to listen to some words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with a little bit of news.